speaking of someone who also is old and needs to be like never being allowed in the Hamptons ever again, Kyle Cooke and Amanda Batula
Oh,
announced
you
their
know, it was gonna
divorce.
happen, and it did. Um, it's funny because we were gonna do this episode about Cake Eater, and Summer House is coming out this week when we release our episode. And I was going to ask you because there's been so many rumors on the internet they had been living
Hmm.
separately. People had seen that they were living separately. I was going to ask you whether you thought that they were actually going to divorce. My prediction was going to be that at some point there would be a separation, but that they would never actually officially separate. And I am still unsure if there will be an actual divorce. But what are your thoughts now that we have the actual statement that they are, again, it's just that they're no longer together. It's not that they're getting a divorce.
Yeah, I fully had the same opinion as you. I think that I really like Amanda, and I honestly have no really heart like Kyle's annoying.
I wouldn't want
Kyle's a
him to be
Bravo
my
man.
husband, but
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to be my husband, but I will say he honestly has been on the right side of history a lot of times where he like
yes,
defends the girls a lot. He
yeah.
did have a horrible season against Hannah Burner, but that's whatever, neither here nor there. But he's really defensive with when it comes to Sierra in a way that I love because I love Sierra. So I don't hate him. But yeah, I thought that they would stay together or like get separate but never really divorce, just because I think when you're with someone for 10 years and a lot of their life is so intertwined, they do lover boy together,
They have
you
dogs.
know, they have dogs, they have this apartment, like all this stuff, they're on this show. I just felt like she got cheated on so many times on the show, dogged out, lied to, and she still married him, that I'm like, well,
I'm wondering what the actual final straw, or even if there was an actual final straw. Like there
same.
might not have been. I mean, him staying at a fan's house till 6:30 in the morning might have been it. But like, was there actually a moment where she was like, I can't do this anymore? Or was it kind
Yeah,
of just like ran its course? Like, yeah,
yeah.
this is
Because
just
even
what.
last season is when he started doing the DJ stuff a lot more. And she was like, I told you I don't want you to go out and stay up all night. And then you get a job where you have to go out and stay up all night.
Like,
But it's like, well,
what
you
else could
still,
they have chosen that was worse than
exactly. But then I'm like, I just feel like, and this is no hate to Amanda, but I feel like I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you're the wife. Like, isn't that you're kind of being a pushover? Like, if I don't want my husband to freaking be a damn DJ at 45 years old because I want to have a baby and you need to stay at home to help me with this damn kid or whatever the hell, and we're a family, and I said, done, I'm done with this. Why is he allowed to do it? Like, I don't understand that. I never understood that. Like, I'm like, you don't want him to be a DJ. But then I think she's like, well, I don't want to, like, he's passionate about it. But it's like, okay, when you're passionate about something, you get shit on. Like, you're not even allowed to have passions in the damn relationship. Like, she gets told,
He
no,
was
you're
so
stupid.
worried that she was going to be doing her swimwear and it was going to take away from her time at Loverboy.
But then he can take away his time from Ad Lover Boy by being a damn DJ. But then I think a lot of it comes from the fact that she, like, their life, this, I feel this way about a lot of Bravo couples. I do think there are some Bravo couples that are real and whatever. I don't think they're all fake. And I don't think Kyle and Amanda are fake. But it does come to a point where, like, so much of your life is together and you're on this show every year, like this united front on the reunions. It doesn't matter if Kyle's fighting with Paige. She literally will not really fight her husband. Like, he's
Hmm.
fighting her best friend. She'll just sit there and, like, be like, well, Kyle thinks this and that. That, I feel like a lot of that is why I was like, I don't think they're ever going to be divorced. Like, they're just too connected.
Well, to something like they've been commenting on each other's posts, and like she did
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, like right around Christmas, he was in a sponsored post that she did for Starbucks on TikTok, which I'm assuming that they were separated then since there's been rumors for months. But clearly they can be in the same room together. Clearly they can, kind of be nice on each other's social media. So they're past that point of like not being amicable. So it kind of does feel like maybe there was a point and they're way past that point of like really being a
Yeah.
cool couple. The internet was rejoicing
I
and
know,
a lot
which
of
I think is
people
so
saying
funny.
things and saying that they wanted Amanda on Giggly Squad and they wanted the Hannah reunion. Like I don't really want to see that for Amanda. Like they were married for what, almost 5 years and
Hmm.
together for 5 or so years before that. Like she shouldn't just immediately run to everyone. And I know a lot of the internet's like, we were all right and everyone told her and her friend tried to tell her. I know that it seems like it's that sort of situation, but like it's not nice to be in that situation.
No.
I really hope that it doesn't like turn into that for her because then she's going to feel like she wasted a lot of her years, and hopefully they can both come out of this relationship like not feeling necessarily like they wasted years of
Life, yeah.
for like each other's time. It's sad, but hopefully, they can at least take what they learned from their relationship and like have respect for it. So
Yeah.
again, like while I would love the juicy details, I feel like we've gotten plenty from their relationship.
I know, I'm like, just watch the damn show. I do think it's so funny where I keep seeing TikToks where, which it is true, where they're like, if you're a single woman on Bravo, your trajectory of life and your career goes up, like when you
Yeah.
dump a guy or divorce a guy. But I also am like the difference between like Craig Conover to the Summer House audience, Craig Conover and Kyle Cooke is that for the most part, Kyle Cooke is kind of liked. Or Tom Sandoval and Kyle Cooke. Like
Yeah.
Tom Sandoval is the evil villain who did a horrible thing, and Amanda and Kyle, it's kind of like their relationship just it seems to have just run its course. They still are friends. They're still this, and I just think
Kyle isn't like a bad person. He's just a bad boyfriend
partner.
husband.
Yeah,
Like when he
yeah,
said, I haven't flirted with a girl in months, and he had been in a relationship for years. Like that is the definition of he is a bad boyfriend, but he's
hmm
a bad person.
no. So I just am like, and also I'm like, I don't think Amanda is like she's not gonna turn around and become an Ariana Madix. Like I don't think she has the desires
I
to be
don't
like a
know. She
host.
doesn't. Yeah.
So I think people like wishing that for her to be like, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Like you should be hosting this, you should be doing that. I'm like, I think she's happy, like having her swimwear line and like doing this influencer thing, and it's probably still working at Loverboy because that's a lot of her job, and like she
Yeah.
owns a cut of that or whatever. So it's like I just think people like sometimes I'm like, you guys, like your wishes for someone, I'm sure it's all coming in good faith, but like let's slow it down. Like you're not Amanda. This is not you going through this breakup or divorce or whatever separation. Like I'm sure it's devastating and emotional, but I also think that they are honestly like as rare as it is, like I genuinely think they're gonna stay to
I
friends.
kind of hope like to still be able to see them together. It's funny because they're doing like their Summer House spin-off, so it'll be interesting to
Mm-hmm.
see whether that's like I think it's more highlighted on the girls whether Kyle will be involved, and then also I saw somewhere that Kyle said something about like when it's right for them to do Summer House together, like they'll do Summer House together again, and I'm like, oh, like we're going back, guys, like for season 11, or do we mean
I
like
thought
we're gonna keep going and then eventually they're both gonna come back? Like, oh,
I
what?
thought the show. I thought season 10 was going to be the end, and then they're going to have a new cast, and then they're going to have their spinoff.
I don't know, but supposedly he said something about when
I
it's
am like,
we summer.
I can't have them
Let's
on my
wrap
TV
up the
twice
summer
a
house,
year.
guys. We're good. We're good.
I
Yeah.
know, which we're
I
excited
didn't
for
love
that.
I didn't love Winter House, but I'm excited for like the spin-off of Summer House in City. Like that I'll watch. I didn't love Winter
Same
House. But again, it's because it's the same random group of
people.
men, the Tom Schwartzes that they're then throwing in with the Austins and the Kyles. You don't need all of those men in one room. We know.
No,
It's too
it's a
much.
hazard to women everywhere.
Yeah. But we're super excited to watch Summer House this week, so we'll definitely be talking about it in the coming weeks. Let us know your
Hmm
thoughts on Amanda and Kyle's breakup announcement.